NCBM 0324, Section 1.2, Solving Linear Equations in One Variable, Part 5. So we've seen a lot of examples with fractions in them. We've seen different scenarios, and it's really nice that we have that least common denominator available to us to be able to clear out the fractions and get to our solutions pretty nicely. Let's look at part F. Again, this is example 3. We're asked to solve. So in part F, we have some decimals. So we have negative 0.01 times 5a plus 4 is equal to 0.04 minus 0.01 times a plus 4. Well, even though they're decimals, they're still numbers. I still see parentheses. So as we do with other parentheses, we have to distribute. We have to get rid of them so that we can clear away and get the variables to be able to move around. Right now they're kind of stuck inside those parentheses. So I'm going to distribute the negative 0.01 into the 5a plus 4. So when I multiply that through, I'm going to get negative 0.05a minus, because the minus from the coefficient here, times the positive 4 is a negative. And then we have 0.04 is going to equal to, see the right-hand side, that's not in the parentheses, so I just copy it down. I do have another distribution here, so negative 0.01a minus 0.04. Okay, we have a lot of 4s mixing around in here, but let's start to combine like terms. So on the right-hand side, I can combine this 0.04 with the negative 0.04. These two, they're numbers, they're constants, they don't have the variable on it. So that way I can start to simplify things. Okay, my left side was the same. And it turns out that 0.04 minus 0.04, that cancels. And I'm left with the negative 0.01a. And then I can do my usual. I'm going to combine my variables on one side. I'm just going to move this 0.05 to the right side. Since we have only the a part on the right side, let's go ahead and get them on that side together. That's going to leave behind on the left negative 0.04 is equal to a positive 0.04. And then let's divide the 0.04. Sometimes we need the zeros in front, sometimes we don't. So that's just a matter of preference there. But I'm going to divide away on the right-hand side to get my coefficient of a is just a 1. Right, I'm left over with just a on the right-hand side. But what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. And then this side, negative 0.04 divided by 0.04 gives me a negative 1. And if I do the check, we can see that yes, it does check out. So there we have our answer. Now, something to note about this particular problem. Because of the way the decimals worked out, something else we could have done. In fact, anytime you have decimals, you could do this. But in this case, it would be really useful. If I look back to my original, if I take my original equation, the negative 0.01, but really another way we can say that decimal, and in fact all the others as well, Instead of listing out the digits, we can write it and say it. There we go. We can say it in terms of the place value. So instead of negative 0.01, I could say this is negative 1/100th times the 5a plus 4 is equal to, this is the tenths, hundredths is the 4, so this is 4/100ths minus 1/100th times a plus 4. When we have it written in this way, we can see how it looks like one of our other fraction problems. And it's really nice because they all have the same denominator already. We already have the LCD, which would be 100. And if I solve this really quickly, we can see that we still get a is equal to negative 1. In fact, quite a few of our steps sort of match up. If you look at the values, what we really ended up working with here in the decimal version or in the fraction version. So depending on how you feel more comfortable, what you feel more comfortable with, you can convert them into fractions, clear it away, or work in the decimals. It's up to you.